Hello guys, this is Champion Marks here for another PBR battle. Today, I'm battling a good friend of mine, SirKingdra from YouTube. He's a cool guy, his link in the description, and his side of the battle in the description. You can go watch both of them, see how you like him. Anyway, this battle was pretty interesting because I saw that he had a mono-psychic team, and I was just like, yo dude, let's have a clash between our mono-psychic teams. So, yeah, this is how it went down. Let's start the battle. So I start off with Bad Girl, the S-Elf, and I'm just thinking, really, just go for the Stealth Rock. So there's nothing really that Gardevoir can threaten me with, and really all Gardevoir can do is probably set up screens or hypnosis me. Having S-Elf asleep is not the greatest deal, and him setting up screens is problematic, but I can deal around it. Thankfully, he sets up a light screen, not a reflect. Although I'm not sure if he even has reflect on that Gardevoir, because he does have it on another one of his Pokemon, but anyway. I just decided to go for the what the fuck boom, because Fire Blast wasn't going to do anything to this Gardevoir after a light screen, and Stab Psychic was going to do even less, because they're mono psychic teams. Using our stab moves is not the smartest idea. But anyway, yeah, Explosion kills both of our guys, because, yeah, it's 4th generation. Explosion still has a little bit of bite to it in this gen. And I go out in my Ace in the Hole, my Gallade, and this thing was a huge help in this battle, because it had the, Dark-type Night Slash, which kind of wrecks through everything. But yeah, he takes a while to decide what to go into, and he goes into his Latias. Now, do not bother him for using Latias in this battle, because I didn't tell him not to bring it, so it was completely fine. I don't care that it's considered an Uber. I really didn't care, so don't bother him about it anyway. But before this battle, I could have sworn that I gave him this Gallade Ice Punch instead of Thunder Punch, but yeah, apparently I kind of derped and forgot to save my game, so yeah, it has Thunder Punch instead of Ice Punch. Anyway, didn't really matter, but yeah. I go for the Night Slash, and it almost one-hit KOs, and his Latias sets up a Reflect, which is slightly problematic because my Gallade won't be able to hit stuff as hard, but the Reflect will wear off eventually, and I'm just going to go for another Night Slash to attempt to kill off his Latias, but of course, he is going to switch out and attempt to save it, because it is a really important member of his team. At least I assume it is. Yeah. So, and he switched out into a Gallade of his own, actually. And I'm just going to speed this part up a bit, because, yeah. So, he switches into his own Gallade, and it takes a Night Slash pretty well, and takes like nothing from Stealth Rocks, but that's because it resists it anyway. Yeah, Night Slash does next to nothing, and I have to switch out now, because I know he's probably got a super effective move on me, because he wouldn't have brought it in. I didn't know what he had on me, but I switched out into Bronzong nonetheless to take it. He goes for a Shadow Sneak, which does next to nothing, because the Bronzong is really super defensive, and his Reflect wears off here, which is alright, because that means, you know, his Reflect is gone, so I can bring back in Gallade later to kind of kill things. I just decided to go for a Calm Mind, thinking that he would switch, not having anything to hit me with, because, yeah. Anyway, he just goes into his Latias and takes some damage from Stealth Rocks, and it's at really low HP, but this thing is going to recover off that damage on this next turn after I go for a second Calm Mind, predicting his obvious recovery. But yeah, and wait. Oh, sorry, his Light Screen was the one that wore off last turn. His Reflect wore off this turn, but anyway, I'm thinking I should just go for Flash Cannon now to gauge how much damage it does, so I'll see how much Calm Minds I'm going to need to be able to kill this thing. He just goes for a Thunderbolt to try and get some damage in on me, and yeah. Flash Cannon is about enough to kill it with another hit, but of course he knows that, so he's going to go for another Roost to get his HP back up, and I predict that and go for another Calm Mind to try and get my power up a little more. And this right here, this was huge, because he goes for a Thunderbolt, gets the para, and that wastes my Lumberry, so I actually have to spend the next turn sleeping, unfortunately. So, yeah, I actually have to wait out my turns of rest, unlike usual, where I just, like, completely... I just wake up instantly with the help of my Lumberry. So, yeah, he switches back in his Gallade, and of course I'm asleep, so, yeah, gonna be just... this is really annoying because Bronzong doesn't enjoy taking those turns to sleep, because it gives him a chance to get a lot of damage in on him, especially with that stab close combat that almost does half Bronzong, so I know it's not going to be able to live too much longer. I just decided to stay in and burn off the last turn of sleep, and with +3 Calm Minds and the -2 defense, or special defense that he's going to have from using close combat twice, I know for a fact that I'm going to be able to kill off his Gallade, no matter what kind of defense investments he has, even though I know he probably doesn't have any special defense invested. But yeah, Flash Cannon goes off, bam, and his Gallade is dead. So yeah, that was a pretty... well, I'm not sure if it was a big threat, but that Shadow Sneak that it had could have been problematic to the rest of my team. So yeah, here he's just going to go into his Latias, I believe, to get the revenge kill with Thunderbolt. And I just stay in, go for a Flash Cannon, because I know I'm not going to live, and even if I do live, I'll get off a lot of damage on that thing, and I know without its Lumberry and having really high HP, Bronzong's not going to be very useful, but yeah. So I just leave him to die, so I can get a safe switch into whatever can kill off his Latias. And yeah, this basically seals the match right here when I bring in my Gallade, because, yeah, super effective Night Slash is gonna rip through most of the members of his team, though, yeah, I kind of had Starmie kind of could have done the exact same thing with Signal Beam, but it was Specs, not Scarf, so he probably could have outsped it with something and killed it off, but anyway, not important. So I just go for the Night Slash, and gauging from the damage it did the first time without Reflect, it's going to be a kill right here, so the biggest threat on his team is down, which means everything else on his team should fall relatively easily. Though, he does have one Pokemon that can take Night Slash, and that's his Claydol. But Claydol, without Calm Minds, is not the biggest threat, so really not going to do a lot to my Gallade, especially considering Gallade's surprisingly decent base special defense. So yeah, I just go for Night Slash. I honestly did think this would kill, but I guess I underestimated the bulk that Claydol has, because it does about 3/4, I think, and he gets, I'm getting a little ahead of the battle. He gets a Citrus Berry off. Unfortunately, my Night Slash is doing a lot more than that Citrus Berry can recover, and that Earth Power really doesn't do a lot. I was surprised that I took it that well, but I guess it is good. Claydol is designed to be more defensive than offensive. But, yeah, just gonna go for the next Night Slash and kill off his Claydol. Not a huge problem getting that thing out of the way, though. If it did start setting up, it could have been a little harder to take down, but yeah. Anyway, he sends in his Girafarig, and knowing Girafarig is not the most defensive thing in the world, because its stats are sadly depressingly low. I wish they were a little higher, because then I might actually consider using this thing on my team, because it does have really good typing, but anyway, that thing falls pretty easily to a Night Slash, so it didn't get off any of the Baton Pass stuff that I know it's designed to do. But anyway, now he sends in his Espeon, and at this point I was thinking, do I really want to just completely sweep his entire team with a Scarf Gallade? I was just like, nah, I'll show off some other Pokemon on my team, because, you know, I didn't want to have a complete sweep for this mono psychic battle. I just wanted it to last a little bit longer. So yeah, I switched into my Jirachi, because, again, and this was another instance of my Herb and Derp not changing my Pokemon's movesets, because before this, well, a little before I challenged him to this battle, I could have sworn that I changed out Thunder Wave and Cosmic Power for Toxic and Protect, but yeah, really didn't change the game at all, because I have like 5 other things that can kill his Espeon anyway. But yeah, I just go for the Thunder Wave, because I want to get some Paraclinch off with my Iron Head, but then I kind of remember, oh wait, it has Synchronize, I'm going to be paralyzed too. Oh well, because again, I had like 5 other things that could take this guy on. Yeah. But anyway, I just go for the Iron Head, as he goes for another Hidden Power Fire. Thankfully, he didn't get a special defense drop on that first Shadow Ball, or else this might actually be doing something. But yeah, I just go for an Iron Head, and it does get unnecessary crit here. That crit might have been important, but not really too important, because, yeah, I already had the game won anyway. But anyway, good game, SirKingdra. It was really fun. Let's do it again sometime. Comment, rate, sub, and see you guys later.